Get your money, man. Get your bread up. Gotta do for yourself and you fed up. Get your study on. All praise be to God. Stay read up. Never let up. Everyone that I'm on already know what I'm about. Build heaven on earth. Gotta catch up Elijah, Muhammad Ali, Farrakhan, Malcolm X. Now, man, what about me? Get your money, man.
Love this.
Gotta do for
Do
yourself
for
and you
self,
fed
man.
up. Get your study on. All praise be to God. Stay read up. Never let up.
And I text that dude, actually, he'll text right back. Love him. Real dude. April 7th, 2020. Emergency public service announcement. That's the headline. But peep the slang. You may be literally seeing some very strange things over the next few days. Do not be unduly afraid. Withdraw into your homes as much as possible. Use it as quiet time with your families. We have discovered a plot to replace mankind with silicone-based life forms. The Council of Foreign Relations has pretended to represent this planet and has cut a deal to allow this in violation of universal law. The communication systems enabling this plot has utilized more than 200 HARP antenna arrays. This system of radio antennas also includes mobile arrays known as CIPPA units installed on Navy ships worldwide and communicates directly with self-constructing crystalline nanobot structures that have been deliberately seeded into the stomachs and digestive systems of people and animals worldwide. The materials for the nanobot crystals are imported via breathing in the chemtrail pollution. The chemtrails contain incendiary metals and metallic oxides that are rejected by our lungs, and when we cough or sneeze, the jettison into our nasal passages, swallowed, and wind up in the highly acidic environment of our stomachs. Similar to crystal growing experiments that you may have done at home or in school as children, the materials rapidly grow in the acidic environment of the stomach and assume a predetermined size and shape, still at nanoscale size. Tiny fibrous appendages soon appear at every corner of the crystal, allowing motility, and also tiny structures that function as radio antennae that are much simpler than the antenna formed by your DNA and RNA, which are capable of interacting with your DNA and RNA and also able to transmit information back to the HARP and CIPPA array. These bugs are being used to hijack your biological and collect vast amounts of information about you. Ultimately, they will be instructed to kill you and other carbon-based life forms. These nanobots and similar nanoscale technologies are being deployed via the HINI and corona and other SARS viruses, specific absorption range spectrum, SARS viruses. The leadership of the Council of Foreign Relations has been promised unimaginable wealth and eternal life in exchange for this portrayal of humanity and horrific misuse and abuse of our property and personnel. This has prompted us to issue an emergency shutdown effectively worldwide of all HARP and CIPPA antenna arrays. It also has prompted the government of the United States of America to issue an emergency arrest order to detain and confine the leadership of the Council of Foreign Relations. Individuals may interrupt and prevent the operations of these internal bugs by changing the pH of their stomach acid, which prevents the crystals from forming and helps dissolve them back into solution and overall inhibits their performance. 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, lemon juice, or any other natural but very acidic juice or vinegar can be used to accomplish this with varying efficacy. What's this word? Okay. Let me look up this word, G.
Efficacy.
Efficacy, the ability to produce a desired or intended result. Efficacy. Okay. Individuals may also use a very small amount of borax, sodium tetra, tetraborate, a natural occurring mineral most commonly available as a laundry detergent additive. Uh, man, let me get the word. Additive to block chemical formation and incapacitate the antenna functions and attach capabilities of these bugs at a rate of 1/4 tablespoon teaspoon or less per 100 pounds of body weight. This can be ingested in water daily. The mineral is overall healthy for you, but only in very small quantities. Efforts are underway to eradicate SARS viruses on a planetary scale to prevent their use and abuse to promote any similar schemes in the future. All corporate personnel, CEOs, and administrative officers are hereby given public notice of liability and ownership interests. Elon Musk, this means you. Bill Gates, this means you. Dr. Fauci, this means you. Henry Kissinger, this means you. Larry Fink, this means you. Fed Board of Governors, this means you. IMF and Interpol personnel, this means you. Mm. Any corporation or corporate officer found to have abetted, or willingly participated in this scheme will be subject to immediate arrest and prosecution for crimes against humanity, murder, catastrophic environmental pollution, violation of universal law, and genocide. All corporations, charters, assets, and interests held by individuals found guilty of such aiding and abetting will be subject to immediate seizure and liquidation. There will be no bankruptcy protection and no corporate veil. Both personnel and private assets will be subject to immediate and permanent liquidation. That's it.
What you gonna eat? What you gonna drink? See what I mean? What you gonna do? What I'm gonna do? I'ma stomach some food. Don't be a fool. That's private car lead. I'm a Joe. Stay in the street.